on Caitlin Clark, and she is a money-making powerhouse. I mean, as the WNBA organization released the internal financial reports and data for so far this season, profits are bigger than anyone could have ever imagined. And remember, we're only a little over halfway through the WNBA season. Caitlin Clark tickets sold out 100% of season tickets this year. Caitlin Clark attendance up 264% from last year. 186,000 fans have watched Caitlin Clark's home games. 230,000 fans have watched Caitlin Clark's road games. You want to talk about merch and beer? Let's always talk about merch and beer. 1,193% increase in jersey sales over last year. Team store transactions up 700% from 2023. Broke the franchise single-game merchandise sales record 4 different times. Hot dog sales, hot diggity, dog diggity, what you do to me, are up 300% so far this season. 2,826 gallons of draft beer have been sold in 2024 thus far. That's an increase of 740%. That's an increase like from Trump's mortgage rate to Biden-Harris mortgage rate. You want to talk about online? 800 million views last 4 months alone. They added the Fever 1.3 million followers since tax day, April 15th. The Fever have more social media views. Listen to this. This is unbelievable. In the last 4.5 months, the Fever have more social media views than the WNBA, NBA, NFL, NHL, MLB. It's astounding. How about this? Caitlin Clark, corporate partnerships in TV. 38 games on national TV, most in the WNBA. Set records for most viewed games on every network. Let's go through them. ABC, ION, ESPN, and NBA TV. 225% increase in sponsorships. Now, and they also have the largest number of sponsors in the WNBA, the Fever have. Now, let me ask you a question. Is it about one girl? Cheryl Reeves, you maniac, you crazy kind of kooky kind of gal, you Olympic coach. Don't you think maybe you clowns should have sort of, if you're interested in growing the game, put Caitlin Clark on the Olympic team? Don't you think maybe sort of you idiots that play in the WNBA should back off the stupidity, should back off the racism, the white biatch, and all the other racially stupid stuff you cellar dwellers have been saying? Shouldn't you kind of sort of embrace what's going on? Because, ladies, as the great Lynn Dunn says all the time, a rising tide lifts all ships. And this ain't a tide. This is a tsunami. I mean, let's just review real quick again. Nobody. Now, you got to understand, nobody was going to Fever games, but they were also for 2 straight years the worst team in the WNBA. 2 straight years. They had the first pick in the draft. I'm looking at a squirrel stealing one of my wife's tomatoes. Right out the window there. For 2 straight years, they were garbage. But they did get Aaliyah Boston. Look, Aaliyah Boston came, and Aaliyah Boston was the first pick, and she was out of South Carolina. She played for Dawn Staley. She was a national champion, and nobody cared. Nobody cared. I mean, if you want to look at a direct comparison, Caitlin Clark, first pick in the draft this year. Aaliyah Boston, first pick in the draft last year. Team stayed in the cellar, number 1 pick. Okay. Nothing. Zero interest. None whatsoever. So don't tell me it's not about one woman. Don't tell me that you were ready for what Caitlin Clark came to. And don't tell me anybody, and I mean anybody, with half a brain would not have put Caitlin Clark on the biggest stage in the world and said, grow the game, ladies. Let's go. Grow this damn thing. And you'd had the same kind of increase in Olympic viewership, which, oh, by the way, was at its lowest number since '08. But again, the OGs, baby, the old angry lesbians, Jeep, jealousy, envy, ego, pettiness. As Michael Thompson, Clay's dad, said on this show, man, oh man, it shines through.
Look, man, we're going to stop it right there. There's Dan right there. Another great take. And as you can see, we're going to just talk real briefly about Caitlin Clark. You know, a lot of people like to deny the fact that Caitlin Clark is the reason that the game is growing. But the numbers don't lie. And I know you want to deny that, but that's a fact. The numbers do not lie. And as stated, Caitlin Clark's not a wave. She is a fucking, bro, I don't even know that. There's no words to describe what Caitlin Clark has done for the WNBA in Indiana. There's no, nobody in the game of history of WNBA basketball has done what Caitlin Clark to a business standpoint. And when it comes down to it, the WNBA is a business. Caitlin Clark is the golden ticket. I don't care what you think. She should have been on anything that involves WNBA or women's basketball. Caitlin Clark's name needs to be attached to it. Do you guys understand? If Caitlin Clark really wanted to, she can open her own basketball league and say, fuck all of you guys. She can. She can literally open her own basketball league and say, fuck all of you guys. You know how many investors have probably came to her with an offer? You think Unrival's the only women's basketball league in the making, in the works? Are you guys crazy? You know how many investors there are? Billionaires who see the vision in Caitlin Clark? They're looking at these numbers that Dan's looking at right now like, oh, why do you think Ice Cube offered what he offered? $5 million. They would have made that back like this. Like this. Come on, bro. The numbers don't lie. You gotta stop the hate. There's no denying it. Caitlin Clark is the one. She's the whale. She's the cash cow. However you want to put it, she's that, and it ain't going nowhere. Her fans, wherever she says, is where they're going. If she says, hey, I'm opening up Caitlin Clark Association of Professional Basketball Association, whatever, they're going over there. Trust me. And you can see the Indiana Fever's numbers, their viewership. They got the most views on all the sports pretty much. Do you guys understand that? We're talking about, so anybody in the league should want to play for Indiana. They should want to play wherever Caitlin Clark is. Because you're going to get the most viewership. You're going to get the most brand deals. You're going to get the most sponsorships. If I'm Adidas and you're Caitlin Clark's teammate, oh, I'm coming to you with a super deal. Oh, you guys are packed out arenas, 20,000 people a night? Oh, I need you. And you're getting how many views on your social media? Oh, I'm getting do. You're getting the highest deal in the league for sure. So you guys got to think how this business works. This is not just basketball. No, this is a business. Caitlin Clark is a whale. Sorry, just so you know. And she can hoop. Best point guard in the league. She is a fucking whale. She can move the number on anything you think of higher than any person in the league. I don't care. Angel Reese is not. Caitlin Clark, her numbers are way different. You guys can't just look at Instagram. You have no idea how this works. I'm telling you now. So that's what I got, man. Shout out to Dan. Shout out to ESPN. Shout out to Outkick. I appreciate you guys. And all my new followers and subscribers, man, I appreciate you guys as well. Everybody leaving me comments and things like that. I'm going to continue to thank you guys because I do read them and I will start getting back to them. I'm just so focused on pumping out content for this channel and getting it all caught up. So besides that, we got a big WNBA schedule this week. The Fever have 4 games off, and then they'll be traveling to Minnesota, I believe, to face the Lynx. They're on a heater right now, 2-0 since the break. You know, they're looking great. They're looking fast. They're looking ready to go. So excited for that type of basketball. They're playing exciting basketball. The team is clicking. They're on the same page. There's a couple teams out there that I'm excited to watch. Got a couple players coming back off injuries and things like that. So, yeah, man, stay tuned. I'll be updated with more content. I'll catch you on the next video.